Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't know about you, my home needs a reset. We've just been doing our own thing all summer long, as you've seen, and I need to do an actual full-blown reset like I was doing when we were on schedule and, you know, following a routine. Haven't been all summer, so I'm going to try and get my life together and get my house in order. As always, the first thing I like to do is if I have any errands to run, I like to get that done. I am going to bring you along with me for them today. I have to go get a few items that are specific and then just seeing wherever else that takes us while we're out there. I know some Halloween stuff's popping up in the stores, so I'm hoping I could see just a little and make my, you know, fall loving heart thaw out a little bit. But we will see all that first, go and get that done before it turns into 106 degrees outside, and then come home and start working on the house.
Which one's Old Lady perfume. No pumpkin at all. Absolutely amazing. And look at the jar. It's so pretty, and it's only 10 bucks. This one too, if you're more apple than pumpkin. This one. We did. This whole Galactic collection's cool, and this blue one right here is so neat. It changes colors. I can't get it to show, but it changes color. And these are really pretty too. They got like this oceany looking one and a fun purple and a fun pink too. I've been watching too much binging with Babish, and he rated chips, and those are really high on his list. As well as those, but we'll try those another day. And the entire reason that I went to Target in the first place. I needed book number 2, and I'm not waiting for Amazon. So here we go. My Marshalls plays music like they're a nightclub, so we're just gonna go voiceover for this point, but I could not believe how much Halloween stuff was already in the store, and the candles were insane. I lost the footage of that, unfortunately, but all these mugs were really pretty, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted until I found the Deadly Nightshade one. And of course, that was the one that came home with me, but a few of these were truly top contenders, and they're all going viral over on TikTok. I don't understand this macaroni and cheese candle in the middle of the Halloween, but it was definitely funny to come past. And all just little ghosts and pumpkins. It's like, it's got my soul just so excited and giddy. And then there's the cookie jar that matches my mug, but I wasn't getting the cookie jar. I just wanted the little mug, and that would be more than enough for me. And any of my Halloween shirts that I pick up, this is 9 times out of 10 where I get them from. And another main reason I left the house was because I wanted the Stranger Things collection at Bath & Body Works. I had to smell them. They are very odd. And this stuff, if you want to channel Twilight, go ahead and walk outside with this on. You will be glittering for a month. It is insane what's in this little bottle. I still could not believe it. The smell is great. The glitter is intense. And then look what's in my cart right here from Publix. I did manage to find pumpkin spice, and I went back all of a day later, and it was completely sold out. But this is my favorite turkey breast, and that is the sweet barbecue that makes the absolute best little sandwich. I'm gonna make it just in a minute in this video.
I'm in love with this. I'm like absolutely obsessed. I don't know if I'll ever actually use a little cover that came on it, but I'm already planning my water cup, my tea for tonight. I love this little thing so much. It's a little smaller than I thought it would be, and it is hand wash only. So I hate buying hand wash only stuff. It's fine, it'll be fine. I'm obsessed. This is not currently for back to school, but I do like to do this for back to school. I like to take Hawaiian rolls and turn them into little sandwiches to go in the fridge. This is my current obsession from Publix though. This is that honey barbecue chicken, some sliced provolone. They do it with pepper jack. I don't like the extra heat, my husband does. And then some of their deli barbecue sauce. That's literally all that goes on the sandwich, and it is amazing. If you were gonna take these to like the beach or the pool or something, you could put it right back in this container. I don't do that because I separate them out for each kid. But take all the rolls and put them on your cutting board. And then just split them across as evenly as possible. There's sometimes I really screw this up, but try and get as even. I think I just divoted way down there, didn't I?
Yes, you did. From the side profile, there's like a...
Yeah, I just made a little weird shaped mountain. But cut all the way through. You pull it to one side of your cutting board so you can flip them open to the other. See how wonky that is? I'm never good at that part. Barbecue chicken, it's all around the edging. It's so, so good.
Can I try a piece?
Yeah, hold on. I'll grab you a piece in a second. Here. There you go. And then put as much meat as you want onto the buns. And take whatever cheese you're using and put that across the top as well. I do not put any condiments on at this point. I'm not even putting that barbecue sauce on because I don't want the buns to get soggy. So that will be something that they do separately, is all of the condiments. Then you just flap that back over. And you're gonna take your knife again and try to cut little individual sandwiches. So right here you have 12 individual sandwiches, plenty of meat. So each kid can have one or they can have two. I bag them sometimes depending on how much meat I put on there, 2 in a bag or 1 in a bag. And if you don't like using sandwich bags and you have a bento box or whatever you put your kids' lunch in, you can put this in reusable containers. Don't just go off of this and be like, oh, too many plastic bags. No, use a reusable container if you want to. These are about to get eaten now for lunch. That's why I have the barbecue sauce out, because you put a little barbecue sauce on there as well. There's what it looks like when it's actually done and the barbecue sauce is on it. These are absolutely amazing. And then all of these are going in the fridge, and then when the kids are hungry, they can just grab them. And if it was the school year and they were packing their lunch in the mornings, they can just grab 1 or 2 and go. As far as resetting goes, there's a lot of things on my list that I do want to tackle. Like, I need to wash my bedding, most specifically my comforter. It's white. You guys have seen what happens with that thing. I do want to spray down all the shower heads because they get really gunky and you could tell with the discoloration. I'll take you and go show you mine in my bathroom in a minute, and I'll spray that down, and then we'll just continue on the rest of the list. I can't do like a full-blown reset the way I like to do because a lot of that revolves back to school stuff. And like I showed you the sandwiches are delicious and they're so easy. And you could do a lot of different things with back to school. You could do it for meal prep, you could do it for your kids, for you, it doesn't really matter. Those little Hawaiian roll sandwiches are so versatile. And I typically only do them with like turkey and cheese or ham and cheese and save the condiments for the side. And it makes life ridiculously easy, especially on those crazy school mornings. The beloved shower head. Mine are now huge, so they're very difficult to soak in a plastic bag. But my favorite thing to do if your shower head is small enough is a plastic bag with white vinegar, tie it up there with a hair tie, rubber band, anything, and let it sit for an hour, 2 hours, doesn't matter, and then scrub it. But you see all this soap scum, discoloration, just hard water, minerals, all coming out. It makes it spray in a million different ways. I can't soak it out, so I just use the good old OxiClean spray and let it sit on there for a little while, and then I'll come back and scrub it. But I spray it heavy, just like that. Kid toothbrushes and toothpaste and stuff everywhere, and yes, they all do have their own toothpaste that they prefer. So, but I'm gonna move those out of the way, because up underneath here is another thing that gets really, really gross. So I like to just take that and just pop it to it and let it sit for a little while. See it foam off the edge like that? And just let it do its job while the other thing is soaking. Okay. That sink. That sink. Her show's playing, but this one is so much worse than the one in the kids' bathroom. You can really see like the brown color that comes out, a few of them. And I've got one from over here that's spraying way over there. So this one needs to be done worse than the kids' one. I'm gonna let them soak for just a little bit and then we'll come back and scrub them. It is very clear from the outfit change that this was filmed on a different day. I stopped the last one because I had gotten a phone call, and it was a phone call that I knew was coming because my grandmother was in poor health, but it was the actual notice that she did pass away. So I went into a whole different stupor and I didn't get anything done. But this was about 2 days later when I finally said, forget it, I do need to continue on, because one of the things that does help me through anything, whether I'm mad, sad, happy, any extreme emotion, I like to cook, clean, and bake. Those are the things that get me through, and cleaning my house actually did really help me, and it clears my mind, and it just gives me something else to focus on instead of deep diving into my thoughts, because no one wants to do that, and that's actually really hurtful. So that's what I did, was thoroughly distract myself with cleaning my house. And I also did bake a cake, but I don't know where that footage went to either. So there was a cake. But this blanket I found on the TikTok shop, by the way, I absolutely love it because Halloween's coming, and there was Halloween in the beginning of this video. So I did want to show that as well. But Mako, he stayed beside me the whole time. I know that animals can tell when there's something wrong with you. And Mako was right there, and so was Weasley. They were both up my butt. They still are. As I'm sitting here editing this, Mako's on the foot of my bed, and Weasley's curled up next to me, and they haven't left my side, and I'm really grateful
for them as well as my husband and my kids, because they've all just been doing everything they can to get me through. Clearly, I've been just piling up the laundry because I needed to be able to find everything to pack, because she is in Tennessee and that's where we do have to go. So I had to get all the laundry done, but like the beach towels and the bathing suits and stuff you see me folding, that's our part of my weekly stuff anyways. So it does still fit with the reset. And then I'm showing all the Christmas stuff that I recently pulled out looking for my Halloween stuff while I watch one of my favorite shows. And more laundry I needed to fold. I had a load of towels that needed to get done. I still didn't get around to cleaning my comforter, but I want to make sure all of the clothes were done and the linens were done. That way I could find my daughter's dress in case I needed it for travel, things like that. I just wanted to get all of the laundry done. So I left all of like the bedding to be done later. I will do that when I get back from Tennessee. That is not a big issue for me. Do you have anything like I'm watching Friends for comfort? Do you have any movies or TV shows or certain songs or music artists that you listen to that bring you comfort when you just need a little extra peace of mind and you just put them on in the background and zone out? Because that is like, I have a lot of them, not just Friends, like Big Bang Theory, Sex and the City. I have a lot of them. So I'm just curious what yours are. And now I'm going to put the clothes that do not go in the dryer on this little drying rack. And a lot of these are the shirts I was talking about, the Halloween ones. I don't like to dry them because they're cheap material and they will shrink. As far as continuing with the reset, now I'm going into the kitchen. My stainless steel, honestly, I haven't wiped this down with a glass cleaner or even a real stainless steel cleaner in a while. I've just been kind of cleaning it off and letting it go, but it's had fingerprints and grossness on it for probably about 2 weeks now, I want to say, because I've just been cleaning, but not full-blown like deep cleaning or really caring to clean because of summer and my kids home and they're touching everything, and it wasn't worth it to do. But I needed to do this because if my stainless steel is dirty, my entire kitchen just feels horrible to me. And for my mental health, I was making sure everything looked and smelled absolutely beautiful. No, I did not pull out any fall candles though. I really thought about it. I'm not going to lie there, but I'm still holding on to those and refuse until at least sometime in August. I did have to stop the cleaning because the kids were asking me to play the Switch with them, and we haven't played Mario Kart in a while, so it was just another easy way to distract my brain. I was like, absolutely cool. So we went inside and played several rounds of Mario Kart. We're still teaching Gwen how to do this. She's the bottom right-hand screen. We're going to work on her a little more, but she still had a lot of fun. And my husband, he asked what's for dinner when he got home, and I said I completely forgot to take anything out and thaw some meat. So he ran across the street to Publix real quick and grabbed some ground beef, and he's like, I will just make some spaghetti so you don't have to worry about anything. And he let me just zone out. And of course, I wasn't going to sit around and do nothing while he was cooking dinner. So I was in the kitchen helping him, restocking anything, like we were running out of salt in the little glass jar. We didn't have any of the Montreal steak seasoning in its jar. So I'm grabbing all of that, and he's actually focusing on cooking the dinner so I could just do the few things that I really wanted to do and didn't have to worry about, okay, we have to focus. He was trying to take as much of the mental load for me as he could, and he was constantly trying to make me laugh and dancing around and doing what he could. And I really, truly do appreciate everything that he's done, and always does, mind you, but over the last several days, because he has been a true champ helping me with the kids. And you could see he's a goofball. He's over here just trying to pick me up and carry me around the kitchen. He's crazy, but Mako, he doesn't allow stuff like that. Connor is his person. So, and then all of my cats, of course, came over to visit, so I was definitely going to visit with them. You haven't seen Wheeze in a while. He's getting so big and looks like an old man cat. And then Voodoo decided she was going to climb on the counter, and that's a no unless it's eating time. So I got to pick her up and dance around with her a little bit too. And I really do love my animals. I understand why people have emotional support animals, because they really do help. Now, when I was talking about Big Bang Theory earlier, we have hot dogs and spaghetti. You can see that happening. Sheldon's mom makes a real Italian treat, she calls it, with hot dogs and spaghetti. Well, we tried it. These are all beef hot dogs. I don't recommend doing that because it completely changed the flavor of the sauce entirely. I would probably do just the normal standard hot dogs, and I think it might actually be pretty interesting, But this just, it did something different, and I don't think we'll do it again. But my husband's like, hey, let's go ahead and try it. We never have, and he was doing everything in his mind to, you know, do something fun and different. And well, yeah, we won't be doing this again. And then after dinner, we went straight into cleanup, or I should say my husband went straight into cleanup and kept telling me just to go do whatever I want to do. Go take a bath, go take a shower, go in the backyard. It doesn't matter. He just kept telling me to go do something else, and he was going to take over the kitchen. So at this point, I was switching more of the laundry out from the washer and the dryer and talking to one of my older kids down the hall, and he was starting all the dishes and getting the dishwasher fully loaded up. Before I came back into the kitchen as he was hand washing, I was putting a few of those dishes behind him that you see over there. I started working on putting all of that away while I was setting up my teapot, because I did want some of this really good tea I'm going to show here in a few minutes. I really love it. Normally I only drink it around the fall time, but for some reason lately it's just been on my mind. So I picked up a box when I was in the store, and that is this right here, this cinnamon apple spice tea. It has no caffeine, so it's fine for nighttime. It feels like fall in a cup to me. I don't like apple cider. This I love, and I do get that appley, cinnamony fall feel, but without all of the aftertaste and stuff of the apple cider. You don't get that with this. And plus I got to use the Deadly Nightshade cup. So I thought that was absolutely wonderful. Mako, again, like I said, he is right beside me constantly as I'm setting up the spot where I'm going to rot for the rest of the evening with my books and a comfy blankie. I love this little thing I got from Target. It was $5. It holds my tea and everything. This blanket was on my list to also wash, because as soon as I took it out, all I smelled was dog. These are my books that I was currently reading, 2 of which I had already finished, but they were still on my nightstand. That's those 2. So I had to decide between which one I was going to read on this particular night. I still have not started the Court of Thrones and whatever, Thorns and something. I haven't started that. I will get around to it, but everybody praises that book, and I really hope it's as good as everyone says it is. I'm really hoping I was able to keep this on somewhat more of an upbeat note, still getting everything ready for the week ahead, and I do appreciate you guys being here and sticking with me through all this. And if you do enjoy it, I hope you really give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and this wasn't too depressing for you guys, but I will see you in my next video. Have a good night, guys.